that you work with startups to help them with their finances.
So I have to set their processes from start. Come to a consultant before making a decision and not after making a decision.
Welcome to Jumpstart, a place to have conversation with entrepreneurs.
Mumbai, the city of dreams.
Hi Hustlers, welcome to Jumpstart Season 1 Mumbai. My name is Rashika and I am here with Jumpstart to help you stay motivated. I'm going to get you stories of 10 entrepreneurs from Mumbai. Our today's guest is Abhishek Lilani and the session is about startups and their financial management. Abhishek Lilani is a chartered accountant and the founder of Lilani Company. One of his forte lies in helping startups understand their financial management. So come, let's talk to him and learn more.
Hi Abhishek, thank
Hello.
you so much for being a part of Jumpstart Season 1 Mumbai. I was really looking forward to having you on this conversation.
I was looking forward to it.
Thank you so much. So I remember I met you at this event at eChai.
Correct.
And you told me that you work with startups to help them with their finances.
Yes.
And that very minute, I was very sure that I wanted to convince you to have this conversation. Because nowadays, so many startup people I meet, and one of the biggest problems that they face is they don't know how to manage their finance efficiently.
Correct.
And so I'm so grateful that you've agreed for this conversation.
Definitely. I will give my all insights and help startups.
So, without wasting any further time of yours, Abhishek, what I will do is I will straight ahead go ahead with our conversation with our cup of coffee from Starbucks this afternoon so that we feel refreshed. And before we start, let me just check if the setup is ready to get us recorded.
Yeah, sure.
Is the Mac ready to get us started? All right. Great. So, Abhishek, my first question to you on this conversation is I want to understand from you what are the common issues or challenges that startups usually face when they're managing their finance?
So actually that depends on the size of the startup. If it is a mid-sized startup, they face issues with finances, like how to manage their cash flows. When they're expanding, they generally infuse a lot of cash, and if they are especially bootstrapped, it takes a lot of effort for them to generate positive cash flows to survive in this competitive market.
Correct.
So managing cash flow is a biggest challenge the startups face.
So you would say that many a times they instill a lot of money, but they don't get so much in return.
They are constantly into it for revenue growth purposes.
Correct.
So they might even give heavier discount to increase their sales.
Correct.
And that's why they ended negative cash flow.
Correct. Correct.
Most of the startups are burning, and therefore they face this problem of payment cycles.
Oh.
And so one can monitor it on regular basis and get it streamlined or manage it somehow.
So does this happen like startups tend to put in a lot of money to come up with discounts and all of their products out, but because they're involved in other operations so much, they don't really have an eye towards their finance that is getting out from their pockets?
It's not that they don't have an eye on their finances. They keep a track of their finances, but they know they will have to infuse more and more capital to keep it running.
Right.
So they try to get rounds raised as soon as possible.
Right.
Yeah, so I've worked with many startups that are burning and they're trying to raise money so that they can keep their churning going on.
Correct. And sometimes you really don't know when the returns is really going to come back.
Yeah, it's a long period game. Flipkart is not profitable yet. It takes time.
Yes.
Eventually, I say startups should believe in themselves and keep it going.
I think that's one of the reasons why startups also take a step back. I don't think this is going to turn into profit anymore. Let's take a turn back.
That could be a reason.
Okay.
Like अभी funding नहीं मिल रही है and कब तक bootstrap करते रहेंगे.
हाँ जी.
So they have to take a step back, look at their business, review their business, and cut down on their non-profitable side to get it profitable, to get the whole company profitable.
So does this happen that startups are usually a little inattentive towards the finance management?
I won't say startups are inattentive because any businessman is never attentive towards his finances.
Right.
They are attentive, but sometimes things are not in their control. Like they want to increase their revenue year on year basis, quarter on quarter basis, month on month basis.
Correct.
So they have to give those additional discounts and they have to burn that additional money to get at that level.
Correct.
Once they raise a round, they even have pressure from investors to grow their revenue multifold.
Right.
So they have no options but to increase their revenue, to increase their valuation.
Correct. I remember this one startup that I was talking to quite a few years back. They'd gotten funded, but I think they ran out of money very soon because they made a lot of expenses on getting their office set up, getting their employees the kind of benefit at a very early age. Would you say that is also something that startups should keep in mind?
They definitely should. I have seen startups that create an infrastructure first and then try to create a business.
Right.
It should be other way around.
Right.
Create a business first. Infrastructure can be created overnight.
Right.
Business cannot be created overnight.
Absolutely.
So they have enough time to create infrastructure.
Yes. So our take is think about the business first, then think about the infrastructure.
No, I'm not saying don't take it on a later space, but yeah.
But as in how you create money, let's instill little on the infrastructure.
Little on this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've dealt with small and medium kind of startups as well, as you were saying. So what is the kind of guidance that these small and medium level startups usually look for?
So they generally come to me for compliance purposes.
Okay.
Managing their taxation, maintaining their books of accounts, and even if they require some kind of loans and getting their back office streamlined.
Okay.
So that they can focus on their front end, on increasing their businesses, so that I can take care of the back end.
So basically you take care of their back end and they can, like, with peace of mind only look into their operations that they can. Business operations.
Correct.
That is nice. So what would you say is the biggest challenge that you face with handling their back end?
They are not so organized, so I have to set their processes from start.
Alright.
Like they might not even file their papers correctly.
Okay.
They might not, or they will keep it 100% in digital format, but it's never sorted in their folders. So that is a bit of unorganized sector, I guess. So I streamline that and set their processes. कि अभी ऐसे करते रहो. This is the process you need to follow.
Got it.
So there are no loopholes.
Correct. So basically this also happens क्योंकि बहुत बार startups को आइडिया ही नहीं होता होगा कि एक प्रोसेस कैसे होता है, क्या क्या जाता है, how do you file your paper and all of that.
Correct. Because first generation businesses है, and they are just getting started.
जी.
So सब लोग गलती करके ही सीखते हैं. And that's where I come in to help them minimize their mistakes.
Correct. I know. I think बहुत बार हम इसलिए हम बिजनेस शुरू इसलिए करते हैं क्योंकि हमको पता है कि what our audience want and हम वो सर्विस देने में शुरू कर देते हैं, but back end generally becomes very big.
Become a headache for a startup. अभी startup founder should focus on his generating revenue and not on the back end stuff.
Correct. And that's why you come into picture and then you can help them make these processes. So after you make these processes, have you faced difficulties in like getting these processes implemented in startups?
Yes, sometimes I make the processes, I create a draft, I communicate it with the management, but they never follow it.
Right.
They are like, ऐसे काम चल रहा ना, चलने दो. So that's also a headache. They think like this is not necessary to grow, but once they reach a certain level, that's when they realize, नहीं, we should have done that.
So only once एक बहुत बड़ा धमाका फूटे उसके बाद पता चलता है कि अच्छा, this is pending.
I was working with a company. They used to cut the PF in salaries, but they used to never deposit it. And they realized it after 3 to 4 months that we have not been doing so, and then that time they came to me to seek my help. Company का cost बढ़ जाता है.
Company का cost.
They have to pay that PF and with interest and penalties.
Okay. So this is also an incurring cost that they have, right?
They have,
So if they do not file their papers properly, और या फिर अगर वो processes को अच्छे से नहीं manage करे, तो ultimately going ahead, they're anyway going to incur a lot of
compliance cost.
And that is going to be another cash flow for them. So for starters, it's very important for them to first understand the process and also make sure that they're following the process.
They are following it, yes, completely.
Okay, I think that's a golden gyan that every startup should get. Okay, nowadays we are more tech driven. Would you say that is a boon or a curse?
It is definitely a boon. I don't think in any case it is a curse. Like technology has helped us in a lot of ways.
Right.
It helps us to increase our revenue. It helps us to manage our finances. It helps in compliance work. It helps in every way.
Right.
So I don't think it is a bane in any kind of way.
Okay. And if you take startups, what is the percentage of people adapting to the technology? Are they more tech driven, or they're more with the old ways of keeping the bookkeeping?
So currently I've been meeting a lot of startups for investment purposes,
Okay.
and 95% of them are into tech. It's either fintech, food tech, HR
Okay.
tech,
Yes,
yeah,
they're too much
tech,
into tech. Yes.
or operation tech, last mile
Right.
delivery tech.
Ah.
Everything is based on tech only.
Driven.
95% are tech driven.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything that you would recommend or advise to a startup?
Advice to a startup would be come to a consultant before making a decision and not after making a decision.
Okay.
It's easier to detect a problem than to solve a problem.
Got it. Okay. So
Prevention is better.
that is so true. That is so true. So you've had faced such issues, right? Where people have come to you before. I mean, after taking a step.
Most of them come me after taking a step.
After there's a goof up done.
After there is a goof up done. Yeah, I've done this thing. These are the repercussions. What can we do? What can be done
Correct.
to reduce the penalty cost or reduce the what should we do?
Correct.
Yeah.
I think we just can't be masters of all trades.
Correct.
And something we should just leave it to the specialists.
Yes, I think a startup founder should focus 99% of his time in increasing his revenue
Okay.
and
Yes,
making his
absolutely.
business profitable rather than worrying about anything else. So anything else which is not directly related to sales can be outsourced.
So overall, in what all aspects can a CA help a startup?
CA can help in many aspects. Like firstly is compliance, bookkeeping and finances, that's there.
Okay.
But a CA has networks of his other clients as well, and they could even pull in their synergies to grow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you take us a little deeper into all these compliances that they have to work on?
So just before even getting started, the compliance starts with names. Your name should not conflict with another company's name.
Correct.
It should not have a trademark
Correct.
or registered. Once you got your name reserved for yourself, then you have done compliances. You have to get your director identification number.
Right.
You have to get your digital signature.
Ji.
Then you have to register your company.
Right.
So the compliance is endless from the day you start starting a startup.
So it's recommended to come to a CA or get their compliances in hand before they get into any kind of legal work.
Correct. Before they even have their idea, I think you should
Speak to a
speak
CA.
to a specialist. Yeah.
Right, got it. So Abhishek, give me an idea of how do you get clients? Is it more a word of mouth, or what is the process of you getting, or how do people know that you're there?
It
for
is
them to
completely from word of mouth. As a professional, we are not allowed to advertise or
Okay.
do any kind of marketing.
help? Okay,
So that's in our professional ethics.
okay.
Yeah. So it's completely word of mouth and through references. Yeah, of course.
Alright, so major of your clients come through references and word
All
mouth.
of my clients come through references only.
Alright, okay. So thank you so much, Abhishek, for answering the first part of my session today. We've just gotten done with the first part of the session. However, there's the second part of the session, which is the rapid fire round.
Okay.
Okay, and I've just added this rapid fire round to make sure there's a little more fun added to our conversation.
Sure.
Yeah, so are you ready for a rapid fire?
I think so.
Okay, before we start, let me have the MI Bluetooth speaker give us the start music for the session. So Abhishek, your first question.
Yeah.
What would you choose? Would you choose to be a right person, or would you choose to be a kind person?
I would choose to be a right person.
Alright, okay. Who's your favorite person in the family?
My whole family. I cannot really choose. I can never pick up a favorite person from my family.
Oh good.
So as you can see, my company's name is also Lilani and Company, and it's not Abhishek Lilani and Company.
And I think families play a very vital role in
Definitely.
getting up, because it's not just you, right? It's
Yeah.
also a support system that makes you you.
Correct.
Okay, so next question. One brand that you follow the most?
I guess Pidilite. I've always been driven by their working method, working ethics, and how they track their data.
Okay.
Yeah. So Pidilite has data of each and every product sold and where did it go,
Oh,
in which house, so they have all that data. So I'm really impressed with Pidilite.
so their data management is very well.
Very well done.
That's so nice. Okay, so what would you choose? Are you Nike or Puma?
None, I guess. I would support a local brand rather.
Oh wow, that's really nice. Okay. Okay, one person or thing that without which your day is incomplete.
without which I guess reading finance newspapers
Oh, okay.
without
That's
going
nice.
that my days is certainly incomplete.
Okay, anything that you would recommend to anyone who is trying to learn about finance?
Economic times,
Economic times.
get started.
Alright.
Get you started, yeah.
Okay. What are you a fan of? Early retirement or thrive till old?
Thrive to roll. No, there is no thing as retirement. You have 85, 90 years to live, work for 85, 90 years.
Yes. And when you've struggled for such a long period of time in your
Yeah.
early age, I don't think you really know how to settle down.
Correct.
What approach would you choose? Would you approach a fast approach towards something, or would you rather go for going slow and steady towards something?
That totally depends on the nature of work.
Okay.
So if it's a business, I would initially take it fast.
Okay.
Once I've reached a point, I would like to sustain it, make it profitable, and grow it step by step.
Okay. So it's
Yeah.
like a balance that you do.
It's a balance, yeah.
Perfect.
Definitely.
Okay. So one life lesson that you would tell everybody today.
It's okay to make mistakes. Every mistake can be amended. So
That is true.
if your startup fails, don't worry. Get up and go ahead.
Everything is like a lesson.
Everything is like a lesson, yeah.
And without doing any mistake, I don't think you can really move ahead in life.
Correct.
That
Correct.
is so true. Last question for the rapid fire. What do you feel like telling startups when they come to you without managing their finances?
No, I don't tell them anything. I just tell them, ठीक है, अब से जो हुआ हुआ. आज से we will manage your finances. We will get it in place. We will see what we can do
Beautiful.
and streamline it.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Abhishek, for answering all my questions. I really had a great time with this
Same here.
rapid fire round. With this, we come to an end of the entire session.
Okay.
On behalf of everybody and my side, I really wish you all the best and all the startups that are going to be in touch with you for their finances.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Abhishek.
Yeah.
You can follow Abhishek Lilani on LinkedIn.
थैंक यू जनता फॉर लिसनिंग। आई होप आपको हमारे इस सेशन से कुछ जानने और कुछ समझने मिला। आई नो इस जर्नी टू सक्सेस में हम काफी बार अकेले फील करते हैं, काफी बार दुखी और थके हुए, बट मुझे आपसे सिर्फ ये कहना है कि निराश नहीं होइएगा और निराश होके गिव अप नहीं कीजिएगा। डोंट गिव अप एट लीस्ट टुडे। किक स्टार्ट योर एनर्जी टू मूव अहेड. Listen to such inspiring leaders and find the energy to achieve your passion. We'll be back with more such stories. Till then, love your journey, smile. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe. My name is Rashika from Mumbai. Namaste.